You are not here by accident. If you're hearing these words, then it's no coincidence, no mere chance. This moment, this message has been prepared for you, just as your life has been prepared for this exact turning point. You see, everything in your life right now, every circumstance, every event, every situation, is a reflection of what you have been imagining, whether consciously or subconsciously. Your present is the fruit of your past thoughts. And what I am telling you now is that you are on the verge of a transformation. Yes, changes are coming, big ones. What? These changes are not random. They are the natural result of the thoughts and beliefs you have been feeding yourself. Now, I want you to understand the law of assumption. What does that mean? It means that whatever you assume to be true will become true. What you assume about yourself, your future, your destiny will unfold. The only requirement is faith in that assumption. When you believe it is done, this moment where you find yourself reading these words is a sign. You've been seeing glimpses of something greater, haven't you? Perhaps in your mind's eye, you felt the stirrings of a life you've always wanted. That feeling, that desire, is your inner vision awakening, calling you to prepare for the big changes ahead. It's time to align your assumptions with the life you desire. It's time to elevate your thinking to the frequency of your highest aspirations. You have been given the ability to create. Every moment, every thought, every feeling is an opportunity to mold your reality. Visualization is your tool for transformation. Imagine it vividly. Feel it deeply as though it has already manifested. Feel the joy, the success, the fulfillment. Do not doubt that this vision will come to pass, because it will. The universe is already rearranging itself to make room for your desires. But here is the key. Embrace the shift. Do not resist what is coming. Do not fear change. Understand that it is a necessary part of the process. What you are about to experience is not random. It is destiny unfolding. Trust the process. Trust in the unseen forces working in your favor. Even when things appear uncertain, have faith that the change is for your highest good. It is a direct result of your inner state of being, and it is only natural for your external world to follow suit. As you prepare for what is to come, let go of the past. Release any doubt, any fear, any thought that contradicts the life you are stepping into. You are not who you were yesterday. You are the one who is about to live the life you've been imagining. Remember, the big changes that are coming are not out of your control. They are the result of your creative power. You are the creator of your reality. So as you see this sign, know that it is your time. The universe is aligning for your success. The life you have been dreaming of is closer than ever. You are being guided. You are being prepared. Now, step into the vision you have held in your heart. Embrace the big changes, for they are the manifestation of your deepest desires. You are about to enter a new season. The time has come. The power of belief is the very foundation upon which our lives are built. It is the invisible force that shapes our reality in ways both subtle and profound. Every single experience you have, every event that unfolds in your life is a reflection of what you believe deep down to be true. Whether you are consciously aware of it or not, your beliefs are the architects of your existence. This is a truth that many overlook. But when you begin to truly understand the impact of belief on your life, everything changes. Your belief is a powerful magnet. It draws to you exactly what you believe, and often you get what you expect. The circumstances in your life right now are not random or out of your control. They are the direct results of the thoughts you have been nurturing, the assumptions you've been holding on to, and the beliefs you've made about yourself, others, and the world around you. This is not some abstract philosophy. This is a law of the universe as real and true as the law of gravity. You attract what you believe. If you believe that success is out of reach, if you carry a belief that you are not worthy of abundance or that happiness is something reserved for others, then that is exactly what you will experience. These beliefs create an energetic frequency around you that will keep you stuck in the same patterns, in the same circumstances, over and over again. On the other hand, when you choose to believe that you are worthy of success, that you have the power to create change, and that you are deserving of every blessing that comes your way, your reality begins to shift in response to that higher frequency. You see, belief is not just a passive thought. It's an active force that shapes and molds the world you experience. It determines how you view yourself and how you approach every situation that comes your way. If you believe you are capable of achieving greatness, then you will naturally take the actions needed to move toward that greatness. If you believe you are capable of overcoming obstacles, then obstacles will become opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable barriers. Your belief informs your actions, and your actions in turn shape your life. The most important thing to understand here is that belief is a choice. You may not have been aware of the power of your beliefs before, but once you recognize this power, you realize that you can choose what to believe. You can choose to believe that you are limited, or you can choose to believe that you are limitless. You can choose to believe that the world is full of abundance, or you can choose to believe in scarcity. Your beliefs are yours to shape and mold. No one else can decide what you believe but you. If you are seeing this now, it is a sign that you are at a crossroads, a moment where your beliefs are about to be tested. The world around you is about to change, and in order to align with the upcoming transformation, you must first examine and adjust the beliefs that have brought you here. If you've been carrying beliefs that no longer serve you, now is the time to let them go. If you've been holding on to limiting beliefs about what you can or cannot do, now is the time to challenge them. If you've been holding on to limiting beliefs about what you can or cannot do, now is the time to challenge them. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about myself and my life? You are not a passive participant in this world, you are an active creator. Your thoughts, your beliefs, and your imagination are the forces that guide your journey. If you believe you are unworthy of love, success, or prosperity, you are unknowingly placing limitations on yourself. But if you choose to believe that you are deserving of every good thing the world has to offer, that belief will open doors and pathways that were once invisible to you. Belief also has the power to unlock hidden potential within you. There are abilities, talents, and opportunities within you that are waiting to be discovered, and it is your belief in yourself that will bring them to the surface. When you believe you are capable, you become unstoppable. You begin to see possibilities where others see only obstacles. You start to take inspired action that moves you closer to your goals. You stop doubting yourself and stop trusting in your own abilities. But this belief does not come from outside of you. It does not come from the approval of others or from the validation of your circumstances. It comes from within. It is the quiet, unshakable knowledge that you are enough, that you have what it takes, that you are deserving of all the greatness that is coming your way. The power of belief is in your hands, and as you begin to align your beliefs with your deepest desires, you will begin to see your life transform in ways you never thought possible. The power of belief is the key to unlocking your true potential, and it is the force that will propel you forward into the big changes that are already on the horizon. This is your moment to believe in yourself, to trust in your own abilities, and to prepare for the life you've always known was meant for you. The law of assumption is one of the most profound and transformative laws you can ever come to understand. It is the principle that what you assume to be true with unwavering faith becomes your reality. Many people spend their lives reacting to external circumstances, waiting for things to happen to them, and only then adjusting their beliefs to match what's occurring in the world around them. But the true power lies in the ability to shape your world from the inside out by first assuming the feeling of the wish fulfilled. When you assume that what you desire is already yours, that assumption will create the conditions necessary for it to manifest in your life. This law teaches us that the universe, your reality, operates on a frequency. It vibrates at a certain level, and that frequency is determined by your assumptions, what you believe to be true about yourself, your circumstances, and the world. If you assume that success is beyond your reach, you will find ways to confirm that assumption. If you assume that love is difficult to attain, you will continue to experience relationships that reflect that belief. On the other hand, if you assume that success is inevitable, if you believe that everything you desire is already in your hands, then that belief will propel you toward it. The law of assumption ensures that the external world mirrors your internal assumptions. What you assume, even in the smallest moments, is shaping your future. The subtle thoughts you have, the beliefs you hold about your capabilities, and the feelings you experience are the foundation of everything you will experience in life. The key to applying the law of assumption lies in fully embracing the feeling of already having what you desire before it even arrives in the physical world. It's not just about wishing for something to happen, it's about deeply knowing that it is already done, even if you cannot yet see it. The moment you assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you align yourself with the reality you seek to create. This is where most people get stuck. They wait for external evidence to confirm what they want before they'll truly believe it. They believe they must see it to believe it, but the truth is, you must believe it before you see it. You are not waiting for circumstances to change so you can feel abundant. You must feel abundant first in order to see abundance unfold. You are not waiting for success to come knocking at your door so that you can finally feel confident. You must embody the feeling of confidence first, and then the opportunities will present themselves. To truly live by the law of assumption, you must stop giving power to the external world to define your reality. You must refuse to be swayed by the opinions of others or by the current state of your life. If your bank account is low, do not allow that to define your worth or limit your assumptions about financial abundance. If your relationships are struggling, do not let that deter you from assuming the love and fulfillment that is on its way. Instead, begin to assume that everything you desire is already in the process of coming to you. Begin to feel that it is already done. This is not wishful thinking, nor is it a simple exercise in positive affirmation. The law of assumption is a law of the universe, a principle that governs how reality unfolds. You are constantly assuming things, whether you are conscious of it or not. Your assumptions are creating your world moment by moment. So, what would happen if you chose to assume only the best? What if you decided that you are already successful, already loved, already abundant, already whole? The law of assumption will work for you when you make the conscious decision to live in the state of your fulfilled desires. It is important to understand that this assumption is not a one-time act. It is a consistent, ongoing state of being. You do not assume your desire once and then doubt it the next moment. You must consistently embody the assumption that what you desire is already yours. This is where the magic happens. When you live in the assumption long enough, the external world begins to conform to it. Opportunities begin to arise. People start showing up, events align, everything in your life shifts, not because you were waiting for something to change, but because you were assuming that it was already changed. What makes the law of assumption so powerful is that it is not about waiting for things to be perfect before you begin living the life you desire. It is about embodying the state of having it before you even see it manifest in the physical world. When you begin to live as though your desire is already realized, when you walk in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, you are acting as though the future has already arrived. This shifts your vibration and sets in motion the events, people, and circumstances that are in harmony with that new state of being. So, the next time you find yourself wishing for something, remember this. Assume that it is already yours. Act as though it is already done. Live in that feeling. Hold that belief steadfastly in your heart and watch as the world around you begins to conform to your assumption, bringing everything you have imagined into your reality. Embracing the shift in your life is one of the most essential and transformative actions you can take. Change, though often uncomfortable, is the catalyst for growth and progress. When you begin to understand that change is not something to fear, but something to welcome, everything about the way you approach life shifts. Most people resist change because it feels unpredictable and outside of their control. But the truth is, change is the very thing that propels us forward into new opportunities, new environments, and new ways of thinking. It's the fertile ground where dreams are cultivated, and it's the sign that you are evolving into the person you are meant to become. When you're seeing signs of change in your life, especially big ones, it means you are on the verge of something extraordinary. The universe, your higher self, or whatever you may call that unseen force, is guiding you to a new place of possibility. And while it may be tempting to resist or hold on to what feels safe and familiar, embracing this shift is the key to unlocking the next chapter in your journey. You cannot experience new growth without leaving behind the old. You cannot move forward unless you're willing to step away from the past. But embracing the shift doesn't mean you should jump into the unknown recklessly or without consideration. It means accepting that the path ahead may not look like what you envision, and yet it holds the potential for more than you can currently imagine. The discomfort of change often comes from the unknown. It's that uncertainty that triggers fear. But fear is simply the mind's resistance to stepping outside of its comfort zone. It's the old way of thinking trying to hold you back, reminding you of every possible reason why you should stay where you are. However, when you decide to step into the unknown with faith, you tap into the vastness of possibility that only the new can bring. When big changes are coming, it's important to remind yourself that everything is happening in divine order. The things you've been wishing for, the dreams you've been visualizing, are all leading you to this point. If you're experiencing a period of transition, understand that this is not a setback, but a setup. It is preparing you for a more expansive version of yourself. The discomfort you feel is simply the growing pains that come with expansion. The old habits, thoughts, and beliefs that once served you are beginning to fall away because they are no longer aligned with the higher version of you that is emerging. But in that discomfort, you must hold firm to the knowing that this change is good. It is for your highest good, even if it doesn't seem that way in the moment. What you must remember is that this is not happening to you, but for you. Every challenge, every shift, every unexpected change is a part of the process that is pushing you toward your greater purpose. The universe never asks for your permission to change your circumstances, but it always provides you with the opportunity to rise to the occasion. Change is often uncomfortable because it forces us to confront parts of ourselves we have long avoided. But it is in these moments of discomfort that the most profound growth occurs. The old version of you is being called to step aside, to make space for the new version that is ready to come through. As you embrace the shift, it's also important to understand that you are being guided. Trust that the changes you are experiencing are not random or without purpose. They are the very forces at work, aligning you with the life you've been creating in your mind. So often, people resist change because they don't understand the bigger picture. They see the obstacles and the discomfort without recognizing that every event is leading them toward the fulfillment of their greatest desires. You are never alone during this time of transition. While it may feel like things are falling apart or that everything you knew is slipping away, remember that this is part of the process of rebuilding. Every brick that falls away creates space for something greater to be built in its place. Embrace the trust that the universe is working on your behalf, rearranging circumstances and situations to align with the life you are meant to live. You cannot experience the fullness of what's coming if you continue to hold on to the old. The shift is inviting you to step into the future. It's asking you to trust that what lies ahead is far more magnificent than what you've left behind. The discomfort of letting go, the fear of the unknown, is merely temporary. As you continue to embrace the changes unfolding in your life, you will begin to see the beauty in the transformation. You will look back and realize that the things that once seemed like challenges were in fact the very things that prepared you for the next phase of your journey. Embrace this shift wholeheartedly. Stop fighting against the current of life and stop flowing with it. Understand that everything is happening in divine timing. The changes may be big, but they are not to be feared. They are the key to your evolution, the door to your next level. It's time to let go, trust in the process, and open yourself up to the abundant future that is waiting for you. The shift is not something to dread. It is the very sign that you are about to experience something extraordinary. Trust that what's coming is for you, and it's going to be better than anything you've ever known. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools at your disposal when it comes to transforming your life. It is the process of using your imagination to vividly see, feel, and experience the reality you desire before it ever manifests in the physical world. The idea behind visualization is simple yet profound. What you can imagine, you can create. The mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is vividly imagined. When you immerse yourself in the visualization of your goals, you begin to send out signals into the universe that align with your desires. The more real and detailed the image you create in your mind, the more likely it is to materialize in your life. This technique is not just about passive daydreaming, it's about actively engaging your senses and emotions as you imagine the life you want. When you visualize, it is crucial that you don't just see a mental image, but also feel the emotions that come with having your dreams fulfilled. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude, and the peace that would come with achieving your goals. The emotional energy you invest in your visualization is what powers it. The more you feel it, the more you energize it, and the more powerful the manifestation becomes. Visualization also works because of the mind's ability to create new neural pathways. When you repeatedly visualize something in detail, you begin to rewire your brain to expect and recognize that reality. The brain doesn't distinguish between an actual event and a vividly imagined one. It simply responds to the images and emotions you provide it with. Over time, this consistent mental rehearsal begins to change your behavior, your attitudes, and your perceptions in ways that align with your goals. You start acting in ways that are congruent with the vision you've created. If you visualize yourself as a successful entrepreneur, you will begin to adopt the habits and mindset of an entrepreneur. If you see yourself in a loving, fulfilling relationship, you will begin to notice opportunities and behaviors that will bring you closer to that reality. Visualization also works because it taps into the law of attraction. The universe is constantly responding to the energy we emit, and our energy is largely determined by our thoughts and feelings. When you visualize something with intensity and focus, you send out a clear signal to the universe about what you want. This signal acts as a magnet, attracting circumstances, people, and opportunities that are in alignment with your vision. If your thoughts are scattered and unfocused, the energy you project will be equally scattered, making it harder for the universe to respond. But when you visualize clearly and with intent, the universe begins to respond in kind. Your thoughts, your vision, and your energy all come together to create a powerful force that pulls your desires into your life. But it's not enough to simply visualize once and expect everything to fall into place. Visualization is a consistent practice. It requires dedication, persistence, and belief. You must engage in it daily, making it a part of your routine. Even if things don't seem to change right away, do not lose faith. The process is working, even when you cannot see it. Think of visualization like planting a seed in the ground. Initially, you don't see the roots forming beneath the surface, but with time, the seed begins to sprout and grow. Similarly, the effects of visualization may not be immediately visible, but as you continue to imagine your desires with clarity and emotional energy, the changes will begin to manifest in the physical world. There is power in the repetition of visualization. The more you immerse yourself in the imagery of your desired reality, the more your subconscious mind becomes convinced that this is your truth. This shifts your perspective. You begin to see opportunities that you might have otherwise overlooked. You develop a sense of certainty about the future that drives you to take action. It's as though the vision you have in your mind is already an established fact, and you simply need to move forward in alignment with it. Your mind will start to open up to possibilities you never even considered before. Visualization also gives you clarity and focus. It allows you to narrow your attention to what truly matters. By repeatedly visualizing the life you want, you start to see the steps you need to take to get there. You start recognizing the right opportunities, the right people, and the right circumstances that will move you closer to your goals. Your focus sharpens, and you begin to take inspired actions that bring your desires into your reality. One of the most important aspects of visualization is that it requires you to step into the feeling of having already achieved your goals. The key is not just to imagine the outcome, but to imagine yourself living in that outcome. How does it feel? What are you doing in this vision? Who are you with? How do you carry yourself? By engaging your emotions in the process, you make your visualization more real and vivid. The emotions you experience during visualization send out powerful vibrations to the universe, signaling that you are ready for what you are asking for. Ultimately, visualization is not just a technique, it is a way of life. When you make it a daily practice, you begin to see the world differently. You start to notice that things are shifting in your favor. You begin to trust that the universe is bringing everything you need to align with your vision. Visualization serves as a reminder that you are the creator of your reality. You have the power to shape your future by first creating it in your mind. When you visualize with clarity, passion, and belief, you are taking active steps to manifest the life you truly desire. And as you continue to do so, you will begin to see the physical manifestations of your mental creations unfold before your eyes.